What's up, traders? This is Vee Trades, and today I will be doing a technical analysis breakdown for PayPal holdings with the ticker symbol PYPL. I will first be going over what I see in the daily chart and finish the video off with the weekly chart. So last time I looked at PayPal was back on September 9th, which was right over here. You can see that price did retest the high of this yellow range at the $68 level, found support, and then continued to move up higher towards that mesh move target I had at the $77 level. So the target was met, the bulls were able to reach it, and now we're seeing price kind of stall out around this area, which is 100% natural because the target is met. So traders are just basically wondering what the market's going to do next. Because the incentive for the buyers is mostly gone as of right now because the target is met. So there's a good chance that we could see maybe a little drop, probably back down to fill in this gap right over here, and maybe to retest this breakout level as well before moving up higher. But overall, it's still bullish. Even though the target was met, we can have future targets to the upside as well. You can see that there is this bullish trend line in play, nice and steep. Price is still above it, which is a good sign. And then we're still above that $73 level, which was a critical level in the past. So this is a good sign. So overall, still looks pretty bullish for PayPal, even though the target is met. When finding a little bit of resistance, that's not that big of a deal. Overall, still pretty good. As long as price stays, above the 73.48, that's a very good sign. If it drops below it, it's not the end of the world, but it's a better sign if price can stay above the $73 level, or at least above the $68 level. So again, PayPal looking pretty good. It did find support at that $68 level, moved up higher towards the $78 level, which was the target, and then we're finding some resistance right here. So expectation is probably sideways trading or possibly a small drop, and we'll see what happens from there. You just don't want to see a large drop back inside this range. That's not a good sign. If we can see a decent sized drop, as long as it stays above the $68 level, and then we can see higher prices from there. So that's how I'm looking at PayPal. Basically, not expecting any higher prices as of right now. I'm expecting price to trade sideways or even drop down maybe toward the 73, possibly the $68 level. But overall, it still looks more bullish than bearish, even if we do see a correction towards the downside. Taking a look at the weekly chart, well, what do I see? You can see that price is in a trend reversal state. Most of the price bars were below the EMA in this bear market over here. Price started changing sideways. Now most of the price bars are staying above the EMA. So this looks like a trend reversal. It needs to break through this $73 level, which it did, but it needs to stay above it because this was prior support right over here. Support, and then it found resistance just right over here and back here in early September. So another situation that could take place is we do see continued buying pressure because we are still above this bullish trend line right here. So as long as we're staying above the bullish trend line, we can see this momentum continue. Obviously, if we break it, price can drop down a decent amount. But if the bullish momentum stays intact, then it'll be coming up to these swing highs right over here. So we have a swing high that it just took out right over here. This would be the next one, and then this would be the next one, and these two also would be the next one. So it'll just continue to knock out these swing highs right over here. A lot of room to the upside because it has dropped down quite a bit in that bear market. So expectation is higher prices in the future because it looks like the trend is reversing. Instead of making lower highs and lower lows, price is starting to make higher lows and higher highs. So the trend is reversing as of right now. Things can change, but as of right now, it looks pretty bullish. Short term, expecting sideways trading, maybe even a drop down to the low 70s, high 60s. But there's a good chance the trend will resume from there. If that doesn't occur, price can always just continue higher from where we are right now, but that's looking less likely because the target is met as of right now. So we'll see what happens for PayPal in the future. Let me look at this. So even this was met, doubling the range. When price is in a range and it breaks out, usually it will do a similar size as the original range, and that was also met as well at the $78 level. So again, we have two targets or some confluence going on there. So definitely some resistance going on, and we'll see what happens in the future. So it looks like we have earnings reports sometime late October as well. So all I have for PayPal on the daily weekly charts. If you guys want to have more updates on PayPal, make sure you leave a comment down below. This is Vee Trades, and thank you for your time.